What do dinosaurs, Goldilocks, and Sesame Street have in common? Mo Willems, that's what. Mo is a former writer and animator on public TV's Sesame Street, as well as the author and illustrator of Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs, among many other popular kids' books like the Elephant and Piggy series and the Pigeon series. Hi, I'm Corey, and I love books. The book I'm going to share with you today resembles a story you've probably heard before, but it's much sillier. All of Mo's books are popular at my house, mostly because everyone who listens to them is rolling on the floor laughing. So before you burst with excitement, here's Mo Willem's story of Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs. Once upon a time, there were 3 dinosaurs: Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. One day, for no particular reason, the dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked up 3 delicious bowls of chocolate pudding at varying temperatures. "Oh boy!" said Papa Dinosaur in his loud, booming voice. "It's finally time to leave and go, someplace else." "Yes," continued Mama Dinosaur. "I sure hope no innocent, succulent child happens by our unlocked house while we are, someplace else." Orchfisk. Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but I'm sure it was just a polite Norwegian expression. The 3 dinosaurs went someplace else and were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for some unsuspecting kid to come by. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came traipsing by. Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded a bit like, "Be patient, Papa! The trap has not yet sprung!" But that could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl to listen to anyone or anything. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging in strange, enormous houses. So, as soon as Goldilocks came upon a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. Immediately, Goldilocks smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks.
"That chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of that counter."
Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't put there on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but Goldilocks ate it all anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold, but who cares about temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right, but Goldilocks was on such a roll by now, she hardly noticed. Soon, Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite things in the whole world for hungry dinosaurs. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room, so she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. The first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb up that high just to sit in some chair, so she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were also gigantically big.
What is going on around here?
Groaned the exhausted little girl.
The bears that live here must be nuts!
Just then, the room filled with a loud booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating. "A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested." Even for a little girl who doesn't listen to anyone or anything, she had to hear that. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which is longer than she ordinarily stopped to think.
Hey!
She told herself.
This isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house!
Say what you like about Goldilocks, but she's no fool. As quickly as she could, she raced to the back door and got out of there. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, "Now!" or "Charge!" or the Norwegian expression, "Chuvy chuvy yum yum time!" Suddenly, and completely coincidentally, the three dinosaurs rushed through the front door. But they were too late. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were three very disappointed dinosaurs. The moral of the story? Lock the back door. That's all for our story today, but you can find more of Mo Willem's books at your local library.